This is the advantage of the multiple ways of displaying a string. Now quickly see this one, guys, over here. Now I'm having a string over here, s2 is equals to, I have it like what is the message I gave it over here, this one. Okay, I'll take it. Hello all, I'm all, I am staying in Hyderabad. Now I will start with my single quotes and end with the single quotes. Now, as I told you over here, now you can see this. Here is a string is starting and this is considered as ending. Now this part is exposed as a non-string. Now this you see that this is the starting and the ending of the string. This is the starting of the new string in a statement. So this is not the right way. Now, if I am trying to print this, I will get an error over here. Now you can see the error directly. But still, I want to show you that. Okay. str2 print type of str2. Okay. Now I will run it. This is an error for us. Can you see it? It is an error for us. So this is the problem with that. If I'm not using, if I don't have an alternative of the string. Now in this case, what I will do it, I will keep it as now. I will copy this. Here with the double quotes. Now this is the advantage. Now you can easily consider this as a string. Single quote is considered as a string. Now the same thing we can do it with the what do you call it as triple quotes. Okay, if I have a message where the single quote and double quotes both are involved. Okay, now 3 I will give it as for India. India and currently working as data science. That's what I will take it to the next slide. Okay. Now this is the situation. Now what is happens is there's a double quotes is there inside the string. There is a single quote is there. In this case, I will go with the triple single quotes and end it with the triple single quotes over here. Automatically, this is the string. Now you can put it on n number of the double quotes, n number of single quotes. Usually in our any of the sentence, we will not use that. What do you call it as triple quotes, right? That is the reason why it is like, you know, perfect for us to use it. Now I will print it str3, okay, and I will print it type of str. Now you see that this is a string. Now this is the major advantage with our strings, guys. This is the advantage of the holding the different formats of the string. This is the major advantage. Now let's go with it. Here. Now I will give it as str3 dot str3 over here. Now let's do it. Now I was saying that strings are immutable. Now that is, it is having the fundamental properties as well as it is having the, you know, the sequential properties. So let's quickly see that the fundamental properties. First is, now I'm holding a variable over here. Okay, variable a is equals to, I will say that happy Diwali. This is the message I want to give it. Happy Diwali. Now what I do it is now, or let me make it as Happy New Year or birthday or many messages. Okay. Now I will print it a. Okay. Print type of a. Now I will just run this one. This is a string. We know this, right? And let me see this address. Print ID of A. ID of A. Now you see this. This is the address. Okay, guys. This is the address. Now let me print it over here. Now what I will do it, I will now actually what is happening, guys, over here, there is a memory is allocated over here like this. Just let me take it down. Okay, a memory is allocated, that is happy birthday. A memory is allocated. Now in this, I will give it as A. Sorry. A is pointing out to this. And this address is this one. What is the address? 23358 so on 744. This is the address. Now, if this is not immutable, that is, it is mutable, changeable, then what I can do it is I can change the value inside this same memory location. Inside this same memory location, I can change the value. That is what is actually mutable means, that is changeable. So if it is not immutable, but see this, how I'm doing is I'm taking A again, same A, and I'm giving it over here now, happy Diwali. Now what I'm doing, it looks like, what it looks like is actually, as I explained you, there is a container is there over here like this. In this, first there is an happy birthday is there, and like, let me write down this happy birthday, and this is being changed now. This is being changed to happy Diwali. Okay, this is what is happening over here. But when the same memory location, when you can change the value, the address should be same. When the same memory location, if you are changing the value, the address should be the same. But in our Python, it will not happen. Why means, see, if I want to you here, what is happens means there is another memory will be allocated with happy Diwali. This is have a altogether different memory location over here, something like this. And A will be pointing out to this instead of to happy birthday. This is what happens. Why this is happening? Because this, whatever the memory is allocated over here, once a memory is allocated to a value, that is non-changeable. You can't change the value inside the same memory. No way, you can't change it. Remember that. And this is also something like this. You can't change it. Now, why it is looking, now what is happening is a separate memory is allocated to the happy Diwali, and the A is reference is changed to the happy Diwali instead of happy birthday. This is what exactly happens. This shows that when the address is different, that shows that, you know, the memory is immutable. That is, the strings are immutable. Now I will print the A. I already have it. Now you can see that a different memory is allocated. First, A is pointing out to this memory where happy birthday is there. Now later on, A is pointing to a separate memory where happy Diwali is there. So this is the different. This shows that this is immutable. Okay, this shows that it is immutable. This is an example of string is immutable. Strings are immutable. This is the example. Now let's see what is the strings are. Now this is pretty important. Let's take an altogether different one. I will take a different one here. Now this is a very important one, guys. I was saying it so many times that we can see the level of memory sharing over here. Okay. Now, one second. Okay. Now, just give me 1 second, guys. Let me see that. Is there any code? 1 second. Hey, sorry for that, guys. Okay, now let's see that this is an like we will see that memory sharing over here. So as we took it just now, S1 is equals to, I will give a message as happy birthday. Okay, I will write it as wish you a happy birthday. This is a pretty decent and commonly used string. Now let me do that S1. Now I want to find out what is the type of this. Type is equals to S1 type of S1. Okay. And ID is equals to, we know that ID is equals to S1. Now let's do this. This is the message. This type is string type ID. Now I want to count how many characters are there inside this. So if you want to know the number of characters inside the string, we will use it a len function. Len function. This len function S1, okay, len S1 and print over here like this. Okay. Now len function will get number of characters and print will print it onto the screen. Okay, that is a combination why you are using it. Okay, now you got it 25 characters. Now this is good enough for us. Now see this, guys. What I will do it is I will use S2. S2 is also, I am going to use it the same message. S2 also I will use the same message and I will print it the same over here. Okay, S2, S2, S2 and S2. When I run this one, see this, what is happening? S1 is a variable which is pointing up, which is having the value wish you a happy birthday. Now S2 is also a variable which is having a value wish you a happy birthday. As the values are same, so both the variables will be pointing out to the same memory location. That's the reason why same address. Can you see this? Okay. Now this is a common thing. We have seen it earlier also. Now what I'm trying to show is this is memory sharing mechanism. Fundamental property of the project. Now this is okay. This till here it is okay. Okay. Now see this, guys. Now we talked about this is two are the fundamental properties. One is immutable, second one is memory sharing, which we have seen it very well. Now if I have it another variable also pointing out to the same memory location, then we are going to the same value, it will also point out to the same memory location over here. Now, if there is S3 is there, S3 is also having wish you a very happy birthday. Now, all these three are having the same value, so they will be pointing out to same memory location. And I told you the importance of this in our early class. Now you can check it out that. And now you see the memory locations are same. Okay, this we understood. Now let's see a very important thing. Now before getting into that, I should told you the level of memory sharing. See, here is the sequential data. Now, what is the sequential data type property is? First one is it can hold the multiple heterogeneous values. Multiple heterogeneous values. Second one is, you know, these multiple values are stored in a series of memory locations. Series of memory location. Okay. Third property is all these series of internal memory location are identified with indexing. Or series of internal memory locations are identified by index. These are the ones we are going to see one after the other. So now first one is string is fundamental data type. We have seen that. Now string is can hold the multiple heterogeneous values. Can hold the multiple heterogeneous? Yes. Now you see this. A string is like this. Okay. Now I will give it a string. Hello all. Welcome to meeting. Okay, conference. Let's see. Okay. This is the first. This is a string. Okay. Now there is another string. I'm going to keep it. My name is. Okay. Let's take it as maybe Shanti, and my age is 20 or maybe around 10 years. Okay. Can you see this? Hello all, welcome to conference. My name, this is one string. This is another string. My name is Shanti. My age is 10 years. Now, what is heterogeneous values? Heterogeneous values are nothing but which can hold multiple data types, which can hold the multiple data types. Here you see an integer is there, a string is there, all is there. Now I can also have it one more string like 100 apples or apples cost. Maybe I will say it as maybe around 25 5 4 2 3 something. This is having an integer. What is this? Apples is a string and also a float value. Can a string have this? Yes. This is all a string. String can hold an integer. String can hold an string, says a number of characters, and also we can hold the float value. Now the first property of the string is the sequential data type is done. What is that? It can hold the multiple heterogeneous values. Second one, they are stored. These values, these multiple values are stored in a series of internal memory location. Now, what does that mean is, so if you take it and something like this, conference is there for us. Okay. Okay. I will take it as like conference. Let's take it as conference. Conference is the word. This is actually what it will be look like a variable. Now, if I'm saying it, A is equals to or X is equals to conference. I'll give it inside this. Now, what this means, that is a conference is a value which is occupying a memory Conference is a value which is occupying the memory, and X is referring to this. Now this is the conference which is occupying a memory, and this memory has some address, something like this, some addresses. To this address, X is pointing. X is pointing. But remember this, okay? An important thing over here. These each and every character inside the string is considered as a element of the string. Each element of the string, each and every character is considered as each element of the string. And this each character will be stored in a series of internal memory locations. C O N F E R E N C E. Okay, conference. This is what is called as a conference. Now, this is the way the conference will be stored in a series of internal memory locations. Series of internal memory locations. Now, series, guys. So this is the conference. When we give it to a variable, we will be in an assumption that a conference is occupying a memory which is having a memory address, but according to the sequential data type, first is it is this one is we proved it. This series of internal memory locations, okay, internal memory locations, series of internal memory locations are this series of internal memory locations are this series of internal memory locations are allocated for the each and every character. That's what is happening over here. Each and every character is being identified. Now, each and every character over here is considered as a element of the string. Okay, element of the string. Now, and this total we will give it as X. The name is X is for this total string. This is total, we call it as X. Now, as they are in a separate internal memory location, can we extract separately? Yes, we can do it. How? By using a concept called as indexing. Now, what is indexing? Simply you do it. Indexing is nothing but a numbering. From left side, we will start it 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So this is the indexing. We are giving an index. Now this you can't see it. This you can't see it in the Python. When we go into the pandas, then we will see this indexing. But here in the Python, no, you can't see it. This indexing, you can't see it. So then can we extract individual characters? Yes, we can extract it. How we will do it? Now, this is indexing. Remember this? Indexing is nothing but numbering, the numbering given to the internal memory location, which starts from the 0 and it will increase based on the number of memory locations. And if I want to get it over here, maybe R. I want to get it R over here. Now, R index is what? 5. So how to get the R? X of, we call this one as of, and you will give a 5. This will get me R over here. This will get me R. Clear, guys? So X of R will get me, this F of 5 will get me R. This shows that, this proves that each and every character is stored in a separate memory location. Now you may ask me, if I use a number, will that be done? No. If I use it, y is equals to, like maybe around, I will say that 93 to 1. This is the number I have. Now this is totally, it will occupy only one memory. Okay, only one memory. There won't be any concept of internal memory locations over here in the integer. This is an integer. This concept is restricted to only sequential data type, that is strings, file list, tuple, set, and all these things are having this concept. Okay, so what is this concept called as indexing? Now you see this, all the three properties are we are satisfied over here. First one is it can hold the multiple heterogeneous values. Series of internal memory locations are allocated for the each and every element of the string. Third one is series of internal memory locations are identified by indexing. That's what it is, indexing. Now, if you want to get it another one, let's take it another one. Okay, I want to get the n over here. Which n? This n I want to get. This n is located at which address? Which index? 7. So how to get it? X of 7. When you have the x of 7, then you will get it as n over here. We get it as n. Now, if I want to get this n, then what I will do it? X of 2. Then we will get the first n. Okay, so this is the way the indexing works. Now, the only limitation of the indexing is at a time you can get only one character at a time. Okay, only one character at a time we can get it. Okay, again, there is an advanced level indexing is there where we can get the multiple characters, but that as of now we will keep it aside. We will say that we are having only one indexing, that is this one. Okay, now we know the indexing. What is the indexing? Indexing is nothing but the numbering or identifying the or numbering the internal memory location to identify it uniquely. Okay, numbering the internal memory locations to identify it uniquely. Internal memory locations. When we give the numbering to the internal memory location, that is what is called as indexing. Now, these indexing are of two types. One is called as positive indexing. Next one is called as negative indexing.